Item number 10, discuss take action to purchase and install additional shutters for the Somervell County Jail in the amount of $7,560 taken from the building maintenance fund.
Yes, and these shutters, they cover the viewports and stuff for the doors. We've added majority of them. We're 5 single shutters and 1 bifold shutter short with the money that was allotted through the adding of the 7. So that's really what we're asking for, if we can pull it out of the building maintenance fund. Basically, the shutters are just like a door that goes over the opening in the main jail door to see in the cell. It keeps inmates from talking back and forth and stuff like that.
Those of y'all been back there, you've seen the orange basic drape. That's taking that drape away. It could be used as a weapon or something they can use it on themselves to harm themselves. Take it away and put the metal that they can't tamper with, so on the outside.
All right, so do I have a motion to move forward with the additional shutters from Somervell County Jail in the amount of $7,560 taken from building maintenance fund?
So moved.
I have a motion by Jeff. Do I have a second? I have a second by Richard. Any further questions or comments? All in favor of said motion? That's 5 for, 0 against. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank y'all.
All right, item number 11, discuss take action to review update policy pertaining to Somervell County Fire Department. Brian, I believe you're back. You're on deck now.
This is just a few revisions to the policy that y'all approved last week on the 8th.
Is everything in red?
Everything new is in red, or it's been just some verbiage that's been changed.
Changed. However, no other emergency inter-facility transfer service are available to respond to. Comes back to us. If I get this wrong, Brian, you tell me, because we'll give Michelle a copy to file.
I'll get it all signed. It's just
Staff.
this document's not signed yet.
I guess the main, if I'm saying it right, the main paragraph is a transfer request coordinator will be appointed by the fire chief from Somervell County Fire Department requested for emergency inter-facility transfer. Transfer request coordinator will contact Glen Rose Medical Center to ensure the transfer request meets the criteria of this policy. The transfer request coordinator shall accept or deny the request and then notify the on-duty officer of the decision. If any extenuating circumstances exist, the medical director will be contacted by the transfer request coordinator to make a transport decision. That looks like the main gist of the whole body.
It's nothing new, it's just on paper and left that part out of it. That's the bulk of the changes.
So, do we have a motion to move forward with the updated and revised as presented emergency inter-facility payments and transfer policy? I have a motion by Tammy. Do I have a second? I have a second by Wade. Any further questions or comments?
And the deal is, judges, is from our discussions and Brian discussing and whatnot, and visiting talks, I should say, with the hospital, this shouldn't come up more than a few times a month because they have a contract with Pecan that takes care of their transfers, emergency and non-emergency transfers, which seems to be overall working well, I think, for the most part. So this shouldn't come up that time.
We were told the other day, what, 1 to 3 times perhaps, maybe?
On average, I think that's what they said, yes, sir. And it could vary over us, but the main thing in my mind is we are there as a backup to them so that we take care of folks in need. And that's what this allows us to do, I feel like.
All right. Any other questions or comments?
I do have one comment, and we brought this up in our meeting the other week. you know, and we mentioned this a million times, but it's the hospital's duty if they can't take care of a patient to provide the transfer them to a facility that can. So I think this is, you know, this is good policy that Brian came up with, the medical director, but if we're gonna be spending county tax dollars with the fire department making transfers, we're gonna need an interlocal agreement with the hospital in order to legally fulfill those obligations and keep it all open up.
So that'll be brought back to us at another time when we get into that next discussion.
Yes.
All right. Anything else at all? All in favor said motion. That's 5 for, 0 against. Brian, if you'll just get yourself a copy, whenever you get it signed, make it the medical director, we'll be good to go. That's all right. We'll get it later. That's all right, Trey. It's not that important. All right. Item number 12, discuss take action on purchasing firefighting equipment for the Somervell County Fire Department. As y'all remember last week during budget discussions, we brought up a few items that we probably could take care of out of sales tax dollars if y'all so desire. Brian, if I get this wrong, the SCBA bottles times 8 is going to be about $12,000, is that correct?
Yes, can we do approve 13 just to be on the safe side?
Man, we should have hurried that one through, shouldn't we? Just kidding.
This will give you extras that you need.
Yeah, it's just replacing.
Replacing, but the 13 will give you extras.
Possibly,
Okay.
just to make sure that the quote's about 60 days old, so
Okay. Okay.
it's supposed to still be good.
Understand.
So Brian, if I get this wrong, we're roughly 1,500 each. So we'd be up in that to 19,500. That sound about right? If we go from 8 to 13.
The last quote we had was around, just right under 12, so I just wanted a little cushion there in case they went up on price.
You're asking for 13,000.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was doing
13.
13 bottles.
Oh, no.
Okay, I misunderstood.
That's the reason I was being sarcastic.
That's why I said you want extras or.
That's the reason I was saying we should have done this in a real hurry.
Right.
1,000's easier to swallow.
So you're wanting to not to exceed?
Correct.
Okay, I
Not to exceed
understand.
$13,000.
Okay.
Now you're bringing my blood pressure back down. Okay, I'm with you.
Was that easy?
Exceed 13,000. Okay, and so whoever makes the motion can determine where it's going to come from, because I know in budget talks, we discuss sales tax.
I'll make the motion that we go forward with the 13,000 for purchase of breathing air bottles for the fire department out of sales tax.
I have a motion by Wade. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second by Jeff. Any further questions or comments? All in favor said motion. That's 5 for, 0 against. Still sitting in a chair with no seatbelt. All right. Item number 13, discuss take action. This one might be the one. Replace engine on the fire rescue boat. Go ahead, Brian.
Just one engine,
One engine.
up to $12,000. This is how old are those engines?
07 was, it was after the drowning in 07, we got those 2 boats, so 08-ish, we got the 2 boats.
Sheriffs replaced their engine a couple of years ago. This is just replacing it with a carbureted, a non-carbureted, fuel-injected engine. We just, the last 2 to 3 years, we continue to have a lot of maintenance issues with it. This would be replacing that engine with a little bit larger engine with a jet pump instead of a prop, so it's going to be a safer engine to have on the boat when we're in the river and have people in the water.
Is this the one we had to call all hands on deck to get it?
This is the one that was
Loaded back up.
broke down in the river the other day.
And what we found out, these carburetors that we had from 07, they're having trouble finding the parts to the carburetor, so that's when we came back to y'all to go from that 2-stroke to a 4-stroke. We've also started using ethanol-free gas, so that we start them monthly. After 17 days, the store-bought gas is breaking down and corroding the engine and the fuel lines. So now by putting ethanol-free in there, it's saving, able to find the parts, and it's going to help in a package for both of us to be able to go out on the rivers.
Also, the prop issue that y'all had.
Yeah, we've gone through a lot of crops already, so.
It's a win-win situation, if I can, on behalf of what we've done for saving maintenance issues.
What were your thoughts on the, where the money's come from for the expenses? What's your thoughts there?
Sales tax.
All right, and that'll be up to y'all to decide how you wanna do it. It is fire and rescue, so you can do, if you so desire. It's up to y'all. Doesn't everybody speak at once?
Well, I'll make a motion that we purchase the motor for the fire department, for the boat, existing boat, to replace it with a fuel injected jet powered, or what, jet powered engine through self-tax.
All right, I have a motion and I have a second. Any further questions or comments? All in favor said motion. That's 5 for, 0 against. Item number 14, discuss take action to receive donation for Somervell County Fire Department. Back to you, Brian.
We received a donation check from the RAC for $3,700, and we're just asking to receive that into our grant line item, tech school, grant tech school.
Good with that, Nikki? Valerie? All right, do I have a motion? I have a motion by Tammy to accept the grant funds from COG. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second by Jeff. Any further questions or comments? All in favor said motion. 5 for, 0 against. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Item number 15, Nikki, this will be you. Discuss take action to receive and open bids pertaining to shavings and asphalt. Thank you, ma'am.
I have 2 bids, one from Flyway Shavings. Coast Fine Shavings.
All right, do I have a motion to accept the bid pertaining to shavings?
So moved.
I have a motion by Jeff, do I have a second? I have a second by Richard. Any further questions or comments? All in favor said motion. That's 5 for, 0 against. Now how about the bids for asphalt?
We're gonna have 2 bids for asphalt.
Snake cut trade.
Workers' comp.
We have paramedics in the room.
Yeah.
You can't have time off.
From Ergon Asphalt and Emulsions.
Come on, it's more fun the other way.
I know.
I have a motion to receive the 2 bids pertaining to asphalt? I have a motion by Wade, do I have a second? A second by Richard. Any further questions or comments? All in favor of said motion? 0 against. All right, I put number 16 on here in case y'all want to make a decision today. If you want to review and make a decision on next Monday, I totally understand that too. But item 16, I've got to discuss, take action on shavings and asphalt bids, if y'all so desire.
We'll wait till
Next Monday. That way you can take it under, they can all take it under advisement. They can make a recommendation. Terry's got a recommendation on one of them, so that'll be great. All right, so we won't take any action on 16. We'll have that on the 22nd. All right, number 17, open and receive any and all offers pertaining to Somervell County properties listed with the realtor of record.
I have one, AJ Real Estate and Investments.
This is pertaining, and if I get any of this wrong, I know we have 2 representatives here, AJ Realtor and Bill. If I get any of this wrong, it is for the amphitheater, AJ Real Estate Investments out of Garland, Texas. It is the offer that they proposed last time, which is $1 million, which would net the county and move forward after all the surveys and what's the days when you look at property owners?
Feasibility.
Feasibility study, thank you, man, I appreciate it. It would net the county $941,636. So I'll make the motion that we receive this bid, and then what we'll do later executive session, we'll bring you 2 in, we'll have any questions or comments or issues, and if we move forward, then we'll come out executive session and move forward. So if y'all don't mind, bear with us and stick with us, and we'll bring you in during executive session, okay? So I make the motion that we receive this offer pertaining to the amphitheater. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second by Tammy. Any further questions or comments? All in favor of said motion? 5 for, 0 against. We'll discuss that one here later. All right, number 18, discuss take action pertaining to contract between Somervell County Treasurer and Mark Kaiser on an as-needed basis. If I get this wrong, Valerie, you tell me that you and Mark have come to this agreement. It'll be $600 a day, is that correct? As needed, and right now it's coming out of your part-time budget. And as long as you have money in the part-time budget. And I think you said as of July 1st, you still were doing good because you'd only expended about $2,200, $2,300, is that correct? And I apologize here, Valerie, if I get this wrong. I see where we start retroactive, where y'all want to start this on June the 1st of 2024. And I guess the end date would be when you run out of part-time money, or we move into a different budget, or what do you think?
Yeah, I just need for maybe questions for the end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So do I have a motion to move forward with the contract between the county treasurer and Mark Kaiser CPA?
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion by Richard. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second by Jeff. Any questions or comments for Valerie or anybody else? All in favor said motion. That's 5 for, 0 against. Thanks, sir. All right, item number 19, discuss take action pertaining to request for deputy treasurer position to be paid from the payroll budget. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think before we take any action on this, Valerie, I think they wanted to have executive session to discuss personal things and other departments, see where we're at on the money end of it. And then, of course, anything we do would be in open public, anything we do. Am I correct in that assumption? So right now, we will just not take any action on number 19, we probably will let it come out of executive session. All right, number 20 is approve the treasurer's financial report, which we all saw the report received this morning. Do we have any questions at all for Valerie? Comments for Valerie? Do I have a motion to accept the treasurer's report, financial report as presented?
So moved.
I have a motion by Jeff. Do I have a second? Have a second by Richard. Any further questions or comments? All in favor said motion. That's 5 for, 0 against. Y'all don't mind signing that and send it back down. We'll give it to Michelle. Item number 21 is approved budget transfers. Are there any? No. Are no transfers, so no action be taken on item 21. Item number 22, pay county bills.
Yes, we have, payables, $441,269.95. Payroll and insurance, $525,176.15, for a total of $966,446.10.
$966,446.10. All right, do we have any questions for Nikki or Valerie? Do I have a motion to pay our county bills? I have a motion by Tammy.
Second.
I have a second by Wade. Any further questions or comments about our bills? All in favor said motion. That's 5 for, 0 against. All right, would y'all like to take a break before we retire to executive session? About 5 minutes or so. And I apologize, I remember obviously I was early. John?
Well, that's what I say. So, you know, physically I'm okay, mentally I'm not. Yeah.
You want this copy?